Hey guys and gals, here we are with the deconstruction and construction of the Family Christmas Tree by Lego. This is set number 41843, contains 3,171 pieces, retails for $329.99, and it was provided by the Lego Group for the review. Thank you, Lego. Well, it's that time. We're going to have to take this tree apart, pack it in the box, and, well, put it back together again. See how easy it is. And it does come with a disassembly guide. And yeah, so looks like we got several pieces here. And it tells us to keep the box. Creative elves wanted. Not too bad. They're all using their tablets to build. And yeah, display and play. We've already looked at this. It's a nice little recap. And yeah, obviously that's not my family. But if we had to say, you know, let's just know. That could be Jaden, Emmy, Cole, and Crystal. We'll just name them that. Looks like they're having fun. And then now, right about here on page 6 is when we start doing the disassembly. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this first. So it looks like this top piece comes off, and the star and the pieces on the sides come off. And it looks like we're separating these pieces on the orange side right here. So the green side we're not touching. And once you got all that separated like that, and I've already read ahead, so I already know what's going on here. Save the box for easy storage. And it tells you, like, okay, we got that box that we got to put together. We'll do that here before we do the tree. And then you store it in like this. It tells you how this is supposed to be displayed in the box. Okay. Very well laid out. Very well. And then after we're done, we're going to have to put this whole thing back together again and see if anything falls off, you know, all that kind of thing. So, before we begin, this video is not to be construed as a professional product review, how-to, or tutorial. These are just merely my notes for review. So this is just for fun. So you got a box that comes with this set. It's supposed to fold out. Let me stand up here because the camera is about 4 feet up in the air. So this should just easily just come apart here. I think we're supposed to go like that. Okay. Push this in here. I mean, we're covering the whole thing. A lot of big boys won't do that because they're in a hurry trying to get them up on YouTube. Here, I take my time. Fold the tabs in, and then I'm going to pre-fold everything now. This is a very nice little box. I'm probably going to keep this one for stuff. Nice graphics for that, huh? Okay, so we're going to start with packing up the accessories first. Anything that's loose here. Let's go into here. It should show you. Also has the parts list in the back of the book, so that once again I forgot to change the memory card, but we didn't miss anything important. So last time I was talking about in the book, before things are falling on me, we got the disassembly guide here. Okay, and this one here tells you how to put it back together. Gives you lists of parts in the back, so if you're missing a piece, you got to make an order. If you like parts, you want to get some for your own collection, here you go. And that's it. So we're going to go back into the book. And we're going to pack up the accessories first, which is all this stuff here. Right in this corner. That's what we're going to have to pack in this little box. Okay, now we're getting down to an 8. We haven't even started yet. These have fallen off now a few times since this thing has been built. This could make or break this set. How much is it going to fall apart while we're taking it apart? And yeah. If you're looking for a 100% positive review, you're on the wrong channel. Okay, we start off at 10s and we chip away. Well, that's how we chip away because the set chips away for us. So we got the sleigh. I think the sleigh just fits in like that. I don't want to take the deer off. Does the deer fit in there? No, apparently not. You could still see its antlers. So I think that gets separated. I don't think it tells you how to pack it up in the box. Or you could just lay it on its side like that. I think that might be better. Okay. And we'll put the cat in there. I think that'll fit in there, and you could use this and dump everything in like that. I think we're good. That's what that's for. And in addition, I think the pieces in the star go in there next. Okay, so let's get going on that. We got to take the star off. It says this whole top piece comes off first. Let's see if we can do that. How we grab it, I don't know. Well, the book should show us here how to take this apart. Show us hand placement here. Yeah, it tells us to grab it right here. Let's try that out. Grab it right here. I'm going to hold down here at the bottom. It should just pop off. I felt like it was going to crunch apart, but I didn't have anything come off. But, well, no, it did. This whole thing was supposed to come off, not with this. Well, now we're down to an 8. We hadn't even started yet. We might be at a flat 0 on this one, just due to disassembly. This thing here is supposed to come off. Alright, next time it happens again, I'm going to knock it down to a 7. Let's put that back on here. These pieces here are supposed to come off, so we got to pull those off. Those just snap off there. So, okay, that wasn't too bad. The star obviously comes off. See, this is falling apart. Lego, I'm going to give this an 8 right now. I'm kind of already frustrated with that. Somebody's going to probably say, Jay, couldn't you just put this in a larger tote with it assembled? I would recommend that. Now, after you pull that off, the star does come off. It comes off very easily. So there you go. This piece stayed on it, but that's fine. And in addition, these do go in here with this. So when I do the review, yeah, I'll just say do not do that. Well, let's fold this up here. Okay. Just think I got to put it back together. Okay. This piece fell off. Where did it fall off at here? It fell off of one of these clips, yeah. These don't stay in very well. To me, they should have had them anchored down with studs or nose cones, but hey, you know, that's not my score. So you should have this piece here. Now, in addition to that, we've already got to this point here. The next thing we got to focus on is pull off the sides. And it notices it's on the orange side. I don't know how critical it is, but this side here stays together, as you see right here. All right. And this is the orange side here. And now I got to pop this apart. It just tells you to pull them straight out. Just pull them out. Now how do we do that? They just show you to grab the leaves. We're not going to do that. I'm going to open this up first. I'm just going to pull this out. I'm going to put my hand here. I'm going to see if this will release. There's a little lip under here. Let's see here. Okay, that's not too bad. So that came off, and I'm going to fold that back up. Just do the orange side, not the green side. We're going to follow the instructions. The same thing with the bottom. I'm just going to open this up here. And then put my hand under here where I filled that little plate. Hoping you could see what I'm doing here. And I'm just going to hold the top here. I'm going to just pop it loose. And there you go. So those sides with the clips, you're not supposed to remove them. So the orange side you're supposed to remove here. And yeah, I don't think these pieces were going to go in the box. Well, let's see here. Let's doubly make sure. Alright. So take all that apart. We did that. Well, that's the assembly instructions. Where's the one that shows you how to put it in the box? Okay, so we put these, all this stuff goes in the box here, which we did. Now we got to pack it in like that. Well, I have to move a bunch of stuff to get the box over here. So let's see if everything fits in here. Now, if you have a plastic tote that this would fit in whole, I would not recommend doing this, but for the review we are. Okay, so the parts layout, they have this in the middle here. So what I'm going to do, let me set everything off to the side here. I'm going to pick it up like that. Maybe you shouldn't do that, but I'm going to do it. Because I'm going to put the box up here so we can see it all together here. Let me fold this up here to pack that up. And you know, the whole point about this is to see exactly how hard is it to put this together. Now, I've never done a disassembly and a reassembly video before. So here's the bottom of the box. We're going to do it like this. Let me kind of get it down where you can see it a bit better here. Okay. And then now, make sure my camera's really locked in. Here we go. So this goes in the middle here. We'll put this in first. I think that's probably how it's going to go. It's got to go like that. I have no way to go any lower with the camera, so you just have to manage it here. And then this thing here just rests inside, this big thing. Now, what I'm worrying about is these leaf pieces on the back. Are they going to break apart? We don't know yet. So let me get comfortable here. Let's see, I'm going to pick it up like this and just plop it on its inside. That's not too bad. We survived that part. And then, what do I do with the book? Alright. They show you with this on the top of the box. Okay, so these pieces here go in like this. So that's why they gave you an oversized box. Just think we got to put it back together. And yeah, these leaf pieces that are onto these are falling off. I've whacked those off now just a few times off the video between 12 and then we're doing this now. So what do we do here? Hold our breath and hope we can get it in there. This is not an easy one to set in. There we go. Okay. Whew! There we go. And then the top of the tree here goes here. And that's it. You really can't roughhouse with this. This box will have to lay flat. And yeah, I'd say that looks pretty darn close to what we have here. So they do. So it does indeed fit in here, but you gotta be careful. Even these bulb pieces will fall off. See, this just fell off. Okay. Right now, I'm going to say, and just to be honest with it, I would not disassemble this set. We're going to give it at an 8 because I don't expect it to fall apart like this on here. And then now the moment of truth. Will the top of the box fit on here? Well, we're going to find out here. Uh-oh. It's not fitting on all the way. What do we have here that's hitting in here? Let's see here. Okay. And these right here, these leaf pieces, are hitting this. There's not enough room. Let me see if I can show you here. You can see right there. Barely. You're going to have to, like a fake Christmas tree, you're going to... 7.5. We got parts falling off. Lego, this is what I'm saying. I don't know what fell off. We'll get to it when we get there. So yeah, we did up to an 8.5. Now we are down to a 7.5. Just putting it in the box. Now, in addition to that, save your building. Save this. That goes in there. But if you are like me, you hang on to your building guides. So let me find all the other building guides that went with this set. We're going to pack those up. Like I said, if you're looking for positive reviews, wrong channel you are at. You know, here we're going to do the whole thing here. Let's put these right here, and we'll put some right here, because you may need to rebuild some stuff, especially with it falling apart. And now, let's see again. Some people are going to stack things on top of one another, and you don't want to see it's buckling right here. Does it fit in the box? Is it closed all the way? It's hitting right here. But it is possible to put it in here to keep dust off of the set. Okay, not too bad at all. So we can take this apart and put it in here. At least it moderately fits in here. It's just hitting right here. Right there. Okay, it's Christmas time. We're ready to assemble this set. Open it up, and hopefully it is still intact. So when you store in your box, keep it flat. Don't store it on its side because bad things may happen. Right here is where it's bumping in at. I can't get these to do any further. This leaf here just does not want to go down. Okay, let's start unpacking. Okay, same thing is, I'm going to slide this off to the side. And I think the easiest thing to do is pull out all the paperwork first. We will need this again, so make sure you keep that in there. Let's pull this out. I'm going to reach my hand back here like this. Right here, just pull that out. Oh, a bunch of those bulbs fell out. Uh-oh, now I got to figure out where those go. This is why I'm dinging points. I shouldn't have pieces falling off while we're doing this. So before we even continue, they fell off this main part. Let's see here. What I'm gathering is anything with the snow cones. We just put these back on here. Now, Jay, why does it matter? Why are you complaining about it? Because I want to put the tree together, not accessory parts. I got to find out where these go now before we can do anything else. I don't see where the other ones would have went. We're looking for ice cream cones. 7 it is. Well, we found the missing part. Yeah, so the bulbs and the bottom branches are just falling off, like they're just flaking off this. I would say that this right here, do not take this apart. I would not recommend this at all. If you're building this, find yourself a box that you can keep it whole and upright. Because now I'm spending time with this. If I have to spend time to find out where all the brittle parts are falling off, I have a problem with this. This set would have been an easy 8.5, 9. But now I'm spending time putting parts back on it that shouldn't have come off. Yeah, well, I can't even get that back on there. So that's why I said pack your building guide with it. You may need it. Alright. Alright, so now we have that together now. Now we got to put it all back together here. Not too bad at all. Let's get that positioned here. Alright. And then we got the top of the tree. 7 it is. Well, I tell you, I've never had to fail a set at the very end. I've never had to do this until now. Which way does that even go in there? That's very bad, Lego. This is very, I would not, like this doesn't even stay on very well. How does it even go back on there? So, I would recommend not to take this apart. It was a good concept, but it's making the set fail. Alright, so we got to get the bigger piece first. How easy it is to put these in here. See, they have slides. Remember when we were assembling the set? It just slides back into place. I'm going to open these up a little bit, and I'm going to grab up here, and I'm going to snap this in place. Here we go. Well, it's buckling. I'm going to give it a slight pull, make sure it's in there. It is. Leave that open. We're going to do the next one here. This one shouldn't take too much time. Okay. I'm going to put my hand right here. It just feels very loose. See, this bottom piece now is coming off. Yeah, I'm going to say that I would not recommend taking this apart. I will mention it in the final walkthrough review and say the reason why the low score, because anything at a 7 or lower is bad. You know, this would have been fine if we didn't have to take it all apart. I understand the concepts. This is more like a keepsake set than anything else. So, like I said, though, I can't do all positive reviews. And then this thing here, scoop it from the bottom. We're not done yet with this because we got to put the branches on the sides. And they're in here. Well, that's if I can open up the box here. Even the box is just... The box is strong. This box is stronger than this tree, unfortunately. Boy, that's really hard to open up. All right. Now we got our accessories. This thing here is not that strong at all. Like I said, it's a good concept, but let me grab it like this. I'm going to pop these back in here. Okay, grab the other one. Sorry if my hands are in the way, I got to see what I'm doing too. Okay. Now I'm going to put this on top before I put the star on there. So this goes like this, I think. There we go. And then now we got to put the star on the top here, which is straightforward. It says this stud's supposed to stay on there, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, we did have some parts that fell off doing this. Not too terribly bad, but still it's going to ruin the experience of this. So just imagine you have this in storage for 11 months out of the year. It's going to get kicked and thrown around. Yeah, it's not going to last too long. Okay. Now, that's it for assembling. Of course, you would unpack this here and set it up. Well, it's your lucky day because in addition to having sets fall on me, I got to get the turntable for this one because doing a review with this, with those rubber legs, is going to make this hard to rotate by hand, so I'm going to use a turntable for this. Obviously, if you're building this too, I do recommend this, but I have a piece of plywood on mine. How do you pick something up? Scoop it from the bottom and keep your fingers crossed that you don't drop it. There we go. It looks like we got snow on the ground, but not on the tree. Ooh, this thing is heavy. So this is something you really can't just roughhouse with. And yeah, I had to take the boxes out under here too because this thing here was kind of heavy. I thought I had something on mute. Let me go turn that off because I don't want to be bothered again by the ring thing. These Apple phones, I had it on mute, but what does it do? It still chimes off. What a POS. Okay, so we got that set up. Let me back this out here a little bit. And I'll be changing the camera view several times throughout the duration here. You know, for those who are motion sickness, I'm sorry, this is a very crude, this is not Hollywood production quality here. Oh yeah, I'm zoomed all the way out. I forgot this is probably one of those ones here. But that's pretty much how to put your set together. And yeah, I would not recommend taking this one apart. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to start decorating this here, just like if you were to make sure I got the tree in the center here. Apparently I don't. And there we go. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of decorate this. So we got Data, remember him, set him down there. So just as a caution, I would not, and I'm going to repeat this again, do not rip this thing apart. If I were you, find a container that would fit this thing whole. We'll put Nyan Cat over there, if anybody knows who Nyan Cat is, that annoying song. When I do the review on this set, I'm just going to break it down. I'm going to do minifigures first, because it seems like there's tons of them. Then we're going to go through and do the sleigh, the cat separately. This one, okay, let me save you for last, since you're just bulky and big. there's a lot of accessories with this set. And I was ready to cook dinner tonight. Nobody wants anything. I said, fine, I'm going back to filming. Don't you want to go out for dinner? I said, no, I've been out all week. I'm tired. This is my only Saturday I'm going to have off for a while. And boy, that kind of started a bunch of stuff, and I thought, no, I'm coming back here. So that's why I'm back here. Yeah, there will be a close-up tour of this whole thing. There's lots of stuff with this. Keep this little box too. So my only complaint with this set right now, hardcore that dinged it down probably about a point and a half, is this should have been planned out better in terms of, like, I can't get these little kid figures to sit, so I'm just going to have to use this sword to hold him up. We could put Santa inside the sleigh. Well, no, I got to do something else. I'm just getting it set up right now for the review. There's just so many minifigures, and I only got so much space on this little... Okay, let's see if I could find a way to keep him from tipping over here. And, yeah... I'm not dissatisfied with it, except for the very end, because before it was just a few pieces and stickers. But now it's the whole enchilada that's kind of killed this set off here, and I'm still backing up the camera. I don't know why. Usually this, of course, I'm not at eye level with it too. This thing's about probably 5 feet up in the air right now. And that's how you do it. So what I would recommend here, if you're going to take this apart, I wouldn't. If you're going to display it, put it on something like this. And this right here, I think, is a 16-inch turntable, 16 or 18-inch. This would be perfect for this. Put a nice skirt on this, would look really nice. Make a nice display piece. But as far as for opening stuff up, I really don't know. You'd have to give a tug on things. We'll save that for the review for the extra thing. But let's see here. Do I have to move things around? How do you know? I can't open anything up there, so I got it sideways, unfortunately. Alright, well, the easiest way to do this is I'm just going to pull the tree out and rotate it. With those rubber legs on the bottom, it makes it very hard to move around. You know, now, can I open it up again here? I take a picture of it. I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to do the photography before I do the review. But I think what I'm going to do is do the intro. No, not the intro. We already did that. I think I'm going to do is do the review notes first. I'm going to set it up, make sure I got my notes ready to go. Okay. I'm going to do a 360 spin, then a close-up of this tree. We're going to do the tree first, then I'm going to come back and do the small stuff last. It's a lot better to do it this way. And because what I'm going to have to do here is to pull the leaves, and we can see what's inside of here. So it's like if you're in a tree and you're moving leaves away. So I think that's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to just leave it like that. I don't want to mess with this too much because that could be a hassle there. Kind of get everything kind of roughed up. Making sure here. Yeah, so I would 100% recommend not taking this apart. Unless you just don't have a tote. Because a lot of bad things can happen. These bulbs, these just come off very easily. I think that was probably a very bad way Lego did this here. They didn't do a good job engineering that out right. But it looks like a nice, heavily full spruce tree. I think this is good. Well, we just survived the disassembly and the reassembly. Well, now we're going to go into the formal tour. First, let's take a closer look at the minifigure, starting with this elf. He's got himself a little reindeer plush and a glass of milk. Nice printwork for his torso. Printing on both front and back, and I think he's got a double-sided head. Let's find out. Yes, but it's Christmas time. We don't need to have that look on our face. And the next one here is a spaceman. I like that torso. Look at that's pretty cool. It's got himself a little walkie-talkie and a set of oxygen tanks. And then after that, we got ourselves, it's in a night outfit with a shield with a ribbon on it. That's pretty cool. So each one of these elves has his or her own personality. This one I call Data from the Goonies. It's got all these contraptions like a game controller and a camera and all these other hands, so he's really multitasking there. And that's the back. He's a bit top heavy, so he'll just fall down, so maybe we'll be lucky and he'll stay up this round here. And what better way to be an elf is to take some time off and go skiing, so he's ready to hit the slopes here. I like the print work for the back. And not too bad. And finally we have Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus. Take a look at Mrs. Claus. So it's like she's making a gingerbread house. Not too bad, nice print work. And here we have Santa Claus, and this is supposed to be, I guess, some kind of a little snowman, penguin thing. I say that's their love child more than anything else. I gotta have fun with this. So we got Santa right here with a sack full of gifts. And he's just your typical Santa we've seen in a bunch of other sets. So he's nothing really special, but he's Santa Claus. He's going to bring gifts to everybody. So I got to be nice because he may not bring me anything. But honestly, though, this is a nice set of minifigures for the family Christmas tree. Next, we have Cataclaws, and he's just basically just a brick-built animal figure that you'd see in an ordinary polybag or Lego Creator set. I'm not sure what his role is with the family Christmas tree. Next we have Santa's sleigh with only one deer, but I'm sure this could be modified to add more deer if desired. And here's the interior, so we got a few gifts inside. These are not really easily to be removed. Got ourselves a little instrument cluster here, and that's a sticker, sadly. And a seat. It does seat, of course, one minifigure, so we got Santa Claus. Let's put, well, my Butterfingers again, huh? So we'll put him in here so you can control the rings. Set him in there. Does fit in pretty easily. And we'll put his bag of toys up here. Maybe that's the bag of coal for the naughty kids, we don't know. And yes, you get one reindeer with this. Not too bad. And right here, these are stickered. I wish those tiles were printed. They'd have been good keepsake items. And that's the back there. Sometimes these do get out of alignment. You're going to have to straighten those out. And we got a license plate that says ho ho ho. Anybody ready for Christmas? I know I am. And for the most part, it's a nice, simple Santa sleigh. I could see this being a small creator set. It's really a solid build. I didn't have anything fall off of this. And like I said, of course, if you want to add more reindeers, you can probably expand on this pretty easily. Here we are at the family Christmas tree, and yeah, this doesn't look too bad, and from first glance it looks like it's a decorated tree. Some spots here, if you notice, are open, so the leaf pieces don't cover up what's underneath, but we'll take a look at all that here in a bit. But it doesn't look like your ordinary tree, as you can see. It's decorated, and it has some life inside. You could just see a glimpse of what's going on in here. Now, this thing does have a few features. It does feature a train down here. We'll take a closer look at a lot of this stuff in a bit. We got some gears here that makes this stuff move. But right now, let's kind of open this up, and I'll show you exactly how this all works here. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to find a way to open these limbs up. May want to start with the right side first. And it does reveal a whole ecosystem. And yes, we will get to that in the review. But right now we're taking a tour. Yeah, so I'll just open these branches up out of the way, and you do have access to all the interior spaces. And yeah, so right here we have ourselves what looks like a little workshop here. We got a little entry door, and up here we have a break room for the elves. So there's a whole ecosystem going on inside this tree here. Let's see if I can rotate it here without something falling off. I got to find out where that goes. And how do you open these up? You just have to grab something and just kind of wiggle until you find a piece that can be hinged. And it does feel a bit on the fragile side, but the only thing I've had fall off was some of the leaf pieces in these ball parts. That's the only thing I've had happen. So up here we have Santa's computer where he can spy on all the kids and make sure they're not ornery or disobeying their parents and doing their chores and eating their vegetables and all that stuff, so he can tell if you're doing your homework or not too. And on the bottom floor here we got ourselves a canteen and a kitchen or bakery. So the branches on this are meant to be spread apart like a normal tree to see exactly what's inside. So now we know exactly how Santa has his elves during the summer months. So maybe this is how they're doing it in the summertime, is making all the gifts. I don't know, I'm just making up some story as I go along with this here. But as you can tell, not too bad. And oh, I found that missing bulb here. These will flake off. I wish Lego would have came up with something a little bit more permanent than that. But not too bad. I mean, this looks... Yeah. Well, wait till we get to the story. You'll really see what I mean by that. But honestly, though, there's no better way of taking a look at stuff better than a close-up view. And we'll take a look at the tree in the back and all this mechanical stuff. There's a lot of things going on here. Here at the bottom we have ourselves a little mechanical train that runs on a track. And right here we have ourselves a little wheel. And you can rotate this. And it obviously rotates very slow, so probably the best thing to do if you're inclined to do so is to power this up with a Technic motor. So, and here's a close-up of the Elves Workshop. Got a gift here. We got some workbenches and a sewing machine there. And on the back of some of these pieces here, there's some decorations. Some that we can barely see here. That's if I'm pointing in the right direction. It's like you got some up here for the break room. So when it's closed up, it's more like a complete interior space. We also got a tree here. And this knob also controls the tree, so if you look, the tree does rotate. Isn't that cool? Not too bad at all. And of course right here you got yourself some arcade machines and a pinball machine. There's a lot of detail for such a small set. And in addition, if you haven't noticed, the floors are outfitted with jumper plates so your minifigures can fit inside. And yes, adult hands can fit in here too and move the figures around. And here's the top here with the star. It's kind of washed out there. A little too bright, but not too bad at all. I mean, this thing has a lot of detail for what it is. Now let's take a look at the other side, and yeah, these bulbs here, these fall off so easily, so be very careful. You can see it when we did the 360 spin, they were falling off. And opening these things up, you got to be careful because some of them don't open up all the way. You really have to move the leaf pieces around. So here's the canteen. I think that's a clock there, but that knob on the side, if I can find it, this one right here, it doesn't matter which knob you use, that does move that too. Pretty cool. In addition, you got yourself a little door there, you got a mailbox, and here's a little kitchen. Got a fireplace in the back. Sadly, that's a sticker. There is some stickers in the set, but nothing to really have a fuss over. So here we got ourselves a little stove and place to make cookies, and I'm getting my dirty hands on, so you don't want to eat those. But it's got a lot of detail in here, and yes, back here, Not too bad. I think that's the one for the Wi-Fi password. And then up here we got Santa's computer where you can spy on all the kids. Oh, there is the Santa's computer. But a lot of that stickers, but this piece here is printed. This is a nice piece to have right here. So I'm pretty pleased to see that, especially it didn't come in scratch, which is kind of a shocker because usually a lot of these parts come in scratched. Not too bad at all. Now closing these up, it depends, it could be a chore. You just swing these back in like that. Always start with the left one first and then the right one, and it just closes up. Sometimes you're going to have to move the leaf pieces around. I wouldn't try forcing these closed, so just close them in like that. These do feel kind of loose, like they're ready to fall off. So it's just, I understand what Lego's attempt here was, but it's, some parts of this are very questionable. Let's do this side here. The first one's usually not too bad. And just kind of grab this, but try not to touch the bulbs. And if you have to, just rearrange some of the leaf pieces. And yeah, it's not that bad for what it is. It's a playable model. You got full interior access. It's heavily decorated with detail, which is really good. And if you fluff these up in such a way, you may not even be able to see some of the undesirable parts in here. But as you can tell, though, this is not that bad. I mean, this thing was thought out very well in terms of appearance. And I just like this train here. And if I was really good with Technic, I'd power this thing up here. Obviously, you could probably stick a regular motor on here. It should be fine. Just what I would do is probably pop off this knob, put a cross-axle extender on there, and there you go. And boy, the camera really does show some of this here. So at least you get a little bit of a sneak peek of some of the ecosystem that's going on inside the tree. But this star piece, though, you know, I don't think I have anything around that's dark, but that's not bad at all. This whole thing was thought out very well. But what are my opinions on the sets? You know, how do I feel about it? Well, let me find a good place to stop here, because we are going to head over to that right now. So here are my opinions. Let's begin with my build experience for assembling the family tree, and honestly this was a very delightful build to put together. There were some difficult challenges, especially with the Technic, but it wasn't too bad. It was very manageable. And honestly, this set did keep my interest throughout the whole entire build. Even the black and white Cataclaws kept my interest. So if you're looking for a really good build, here you go. In addition, it can go up to, I think, about 8 people, but Lego recommends 4 to 6. So let's say 4 to 6 people, but if you're pushing it, 8 people can assemble the set at the same time. So this indeed is a good collaborative family build. So when Lego says it's a family Christmas tree, that's exactly what you're getting. You're getting a really good family build. So everybody can build together at one time, which is really cool. And in addition, you do get the printed building guides and the disassembly guide. Build quality now, that's a different issue. At first the set started off really good, but as time progressed and as the size grew on this, the set starts getting a little brittle. I did have a few of these leaf pieces here at the very bottom come off at the very end, as well as the bulbs. Nothing major, the whole thing didn't disintegrate. This top piece here, when you're taking this thing apart to pack it up in the box, this will just pop off, so be very careful. It's supposed to come off here. No. Star is supposed to come off. Half this gets disassembled. Packing it in the box is not too bad, but you got to be very careful because some of these pieces will fall off these chunks. Some leaf pieces are on there really good. Some on there are just tacked. So be very careful. It is possible that this set can fit in a box. but I would not recommend taking this thing apart. It's just too big and massive to really manage pieces like that. And in addition, when you put the lid on the box, some of these leaf pieces do get mashed in. So a lot of bad things can happen. So you got to be very careful with this. But I understand the concept Lego was shooting for, but this one here just seems like it had a few more bugs to be worked out in order for it to be a full modular collaboration build. But I'm pretty pleased with their attempt of doing that. As for play value, there's a lot of things you can do here. In addition to the several minifigures, Santa Sleigh, and the cat, you can access all the interior spaces. Just opening these up feels kind of flimsy, but once you get access to the interior, not too bad. As you saw with the tour, even adult hands can easily access to all the spots inside the tree. And in addition, I like the way that the train moves here at the bottom with the manual rotary gear here. It's easy to maneuver. There's just so much you can do. So this is not just an eye candy piece or a shelf queen. This one can be enjoyed, which is really cool. Now, one thing to note after you're done assembling the set, put it on a turntable. The tree does have some rubber legs on the bottom, so it does have a lot of grip on a smooth surface. So this thing is not going to easily slide around. But if you want to access to all the spaces, it's easy to have this on a turntable. So that is recommended for a project this size. This thing does weigh a lot. It's got some weight to it. Picking this up here is kind of a challenge. You want to scoop this up right here at the bottom and make sure your hands are well underneath, because some of these leaf pieces here will come off if you're not careful. So you got to be very careful moving this set. It's not a light one. This is not something small. This is a, you know, if it's built what I considered average to above average, you got to be careful, because if this thing slips out of your hand, I'm sure you're going to be there for a while picking up all the parts. That wouldn't be too fun. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with this set. Now, the retail price of the set is $329.99. Do I think it's worth it? At first, I thought it was a bit steep, and I still think the price of this set is steep. But you are getting a full collaborative family build. The only thing that really struck this set down was some of these pieces falling off, especially taking the set apart, packing it up in the box. The stickers, not so much. They were pretty easy to place on the bricks. I just wish most of this was printed. I can understand with wording that should be written up in different languages. I understand that needs to be stickered. But for some of the graphics, Lego could have just printed a lot of this stuff off. So my score on the set is going to be a 7 out of 10. Even though this is a nice set, I have to give it a score like that. It was at an 8.5 until I took the set apart to pack it up. That's where we have a lot of issues. So if you could find yourself a container that you could put this set in about this size, which this is probably about 18 inches tall and 16 inches wide, it's not too bad. But the one thing I did like about this set is that it does come with the disassembly guide, and it even tells you how you should pack the setup in the box. And this was very well laid out here. Very well. So this set here is meant to be a keepsake item that you can build every year to share and display. Honestly, I'm not dissatisfied with set. I'm pretty happy with it. I just wish the build quality was just a tad bit better. The stickers, on the other hand, I thought there was a little too much with it, but not where it would warrant a very low score. And yes, a 7 out of 10 is pretty bad, especially when you're moving this thing around. These bulbs come off, these leaf pieces down here will come off, this part here will separate, not at the ball joint, but here at the top. And you know, it's already enough you have to be careful with as is. It's just, I don't want to be moving around a very brittle set. It's built very well, it's meant to be played with, but honestly, it could have been engineered just a bit better. But for me personally, this is a nice holiday tree. Would I recommend this if you got a family who likes putting large sets together as a group? Here you go. There's plenty of things you could do here. I'd say 8 people comfortably, but I'm going to stick with Lego's 4 to 6 builders. This is a very good collaborative build for the family, especially during the holidays. But tell me what you think.